This is Tick Week at News Center, Maine, and our goal is to give you all of the latest data and science to better protect you, your kids, and your pets. Already this week, we have focused on vaccines and PrEP shots being developed to stop Lyme disease in its tracks.
Tonight, we're looking at a newly discovered bacteria spread by deer ticks and what it can do. News Center Maine's Vivian Lee is here to tell us why this pathogen is being tracked at the University of Maine Tick Lab. Hi, Viv.
Hi, Sam and Pat. Well, the bacteria is called, wait for it, it's a mouthful, Borrelia miyamotoi. I got it this time. And it is related to Lyme disease, and the CDC says that it can cause relapsing fevers. Now, researchers say, though, so far that this pathogen is only being found in a very small percentage of deer ticks. But a Leamington mother blames the bacteria on a rare disorder that attacks the brain in her 7-year-old daughter.
I'm in the water right now.
Watching 7-year-old Gracie Jackson run around in the sunshine with her mom, Rebecca, it's hard to believe that 7 months ago she was a different child.
It was like someone took my child and replaced her.
Rebecca says that morning in December, her daughter started experiencing facial tics, severe OCD, and bouts of rage.
She was so angry. Her eyes looked different. She had dark circles.
As time went on, Gracie started regressing in school and was severely depressed.
And she said, "Mommy, there's a monster in my head and please get me help." She was like begging me.
Rebecca took her daughter to a specialist who diagnosed Gracie with pediatric acute onset neuropsychiatric syndrome, or PANS. The condition affects about 1 in 200 children and causes inflammation in the brain. Gracie was diagnosed with PANS after blood tests revealed a type of bacteria found in deer ticks. The Centers for Disease Control says Borrelia miyamotoi causes relapsing fevers and is related to the bacteria that causes Lyme disease. That bacteria is now on the radar of researchers at the University of Maine Cooperative Extension Tick Lab.
We have now started testing for Borrelia miyamotoi, which is another pathogen that can be transmitted by the deer tick here in Maine.
Dill manages the UMaine Tick Lab. He says the number of deer ticks carrying the bacteria is extremely small, with an infection rate of less than 5% compared to ticks carrying the pathogen that causes Lyme, which is currently around 50%. Like many patients with tick-borne illness, Rebecca never found an embedded tick on Gracie. Also, no signs of a bullseye rash, aches, fever, or joint pain, which may appear after initial tick bite. But some patients don't ever have the signs. Dr. Rebecca Morrill is a naturopathic doctor who diagnoses and treats tick-borne illness. She says if you do spot an embedded tick,
get it off as soon as possible, because the less time it's on, less possibility for transmission.
Depending on the symptoms, Dr. Morrill recommends a course of antibiotics. Patients usually have better outcomes if Lyme and other tick-borne infections are treated early. Fortunately for Gracie, nearly 80% of her symptoms improved after antibiotic treatment.
2 days after the antibiotics, it was like my child was back. She still had some of the OCD, but the rage was gone.
Since we talked to Rebecca in late spring, Gracie has since been diagnosed with Lyme and Bartonella, a tick-borne illness. The little girl recently started having seizures, and doctors are still trying to determine if any of these infections, including PANS, are to blame. Now, experts recommend, obviously, to do frequent tick checks on yourself, your family, and your pets after spending any time outdoors, and to use a EPA registered repellent on your clothing. And coming up tomorrow on Tick Week, we'll take a closer look at a different kind of tick, the winter tick, which is having a devastating impact on adult moose and their calves in western Maine. Reporting live from Lisbon Falls, I'm News Summer Maine's Vivian Lee. Back to you.